Hello everybody and welcome back to another speed build. Today we are going to attempt to build an A-frame cottage micro home. I guess I'll come up with a better name for the description and for the gallery upload. But like I said, we are attempting to build this. This is my first attempt to do a micro home. I've actually never done I think I've actually done a tiny home or a small home, the biggest one of the three, but I think it was a home. It's the pre-made home from Strangerville. I just made it a tiny home. Yeah, the one next to the booth. So I really didn't build it. I just did like a little remodel on my actual gameplay save, and yeah, so that doesn't count. So this is my first time attempting to build a micro home. My first idea for this build was to make it a greenhouse inspired home. Since it's off the grid and it has great soil, I thought, this is probably going to be a very nature-y build, but I didn't like how I couldn't put floor on the roof, because that would have been a great second floor, but for some reason I couldn't do it. And then I couldn't make the downstairs area open to the actual roof, and so I decided to just cover it with normal roof, which I'll do in a bit after I choose the brick for the home. I am not a huge fan of how this build ended up being. I like the outdoors, how the outside of the house looks, but I did not like the inside one bit. I thought it was so hard to figure out something and how to do the bathroom, and it was off grid, so it made it even harder, and I did this to myself. So this build is basically all looks, no really functionality inside. I wouldn't play with this house. I think it's just there to look cute for the world. So if you want to download it and use it and play with it, go ahead, be my guest, and let me know how it is, if it's even functional, because I put some stuff with move objects and I didn't test it because I was so frustrated with the house. So just let me know in the comments if it actually works or if it's broken. I think that I am going to do more research and try to do a greenhouse inspired home and see if that works. So basically with the glass roof and all that good stuff. I want it to be a tiny home though, so I don't know how hard that's gonna end up being. I don't think I'll make it off the grid. Off the grid homes are kind of hard, and I don't know. Maybe this one, you know what this gives me? This gives me witch vibes. Maybe a starting witch lives here. I don't know. I don't even have Realm of Magic. I don't have any of the supernatural expansion packs or stuff packs, and I think I've talked about it before. I used to be a huge fan of that gameplay, and then suddenly I wasn't interested. I wanted more realism in my game, so I did not buy it. But I am looking forward to buy vampires so that I can have the built by items to do a reno of the Goth family home, as well as the is it paranormal stuff? I don't know. I'm not good at the names, like I've said a billion times now. So Anyway, right now I am working on the painting of the terrain, I guess. And I'm not a huge fan of what I did here. I didn't know what to do. So I did what I did, and I kind of regret it. I like what I did in the back, which is just it's like a dirt. So maybe that's what I should have done in the front as well, but it's too late now to change. I mean, you guys can definitely delete it. If you end up downloading this, you can just delete it and change it. I thought the entrance should have a little bit more than just dirt. Then once I saw the back, I was like, yeah, this should have been just dirt. So now I'm trying to look for the pergola, which I found, but then I didn't like how it looked. So then I was looking for the glass one, and I did end up finding it, but I took it away eventually because it was too modern in my opinion, though I kind of like that it gives it like a little extension to the house, but I do end up getting rid of it. I didn't know how to even make the bathroom for this house, so I just did like an odd shape with the door on that angled wall. So I knew that I wanted to put the toilet in that little single block or square tile. Couldn't figure out the word. That tile, and then put a shower / tub in that floor tile area because it just makes sense. Showers are faster, so I knew I wanted a shower, but then if this person has a pet for some reason, they can give them a bath, or if they have a child, they can give them a bath there. When it came down to lighting, it was very difficult for me to figure out what I wanted to do. At first, I wanted to put that shelf on top of the toilet because it just made sense, but then it didn't lit up the whole bathroom, so I had to scratch that and put it on that wall, which it just has an odd placement, and I didn't like it, but that's where it ended up being. Again, this house is more about the outdoors than it is about the indoors, even though there's really not a lot going on the outdoors either. It's just, I think this house is just for looks, for the world. So there's not an empty plot there. But yeah, I put a laundry basket because I did end up putting the off the grid washing stuff in the outside of the house. Obviously there I'm putting some beams, so we can say that is holding that light, which I was pleasantly surprised that one did work off the grid, because that's one of my favorite ones. And I guess it's because it's with candles, and I was very upset that we didn't have a wall light that was just candles. I guess that would make sense for it to be in the vampires one, because it is kind of gothic in a sense. So maybe that's there. Hopefully it is, because if I make another off the grid, I'm gonna end up using those. Now I'm using a room divider to kind of separate the bed from the rest of the cottage. Now I definitely had room to build a wall and put a what's that called, and put a door, but I didn't do that because I felt like it would have been too much separation. I kind of like the openness of it, like the studio vibe of it, so I just did the room divider. Then I put those counters there, and I don't like them at all. I didn't have anything that I feel like would match the cottage vibe that we were going for, so I just went with the snowy escape ones, which were the more simple ones. And I'm not a huge fan just because they're so bulky. I feel like the Sims should be able to prepare food on a table, not just a counter. So I could have just put like a table there and then a chair on the side. I mean, is it actually possible for them to prepare food on a table? If you guys know the answer, please let me know in the comments, because I would love to start just having tables in the middle instead of islands in like regular builds. I've done that a couple times and I haven't seen them actually use the table to prepare food. They just go to the rest of the kitchen, like the counter space. We are coming to an end of the video, so it's just me putting some trees around and trying to figure out what trees I should actually put, because usually I try to match the environment, but it was kind of difficult to find those exact trees, so I tried my best. I'm sorry if they don't match, but yeah, I tried my best. And I ended up not liking this build at all, but I feel like some of y'all might like the outside of it and just tweak it a little bit, or even a whole bunch. And I would love to see those modifications or those renovations you do to my build. But yeah, if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. I make videos every single Monday and Friday. Monday being Animal Crossing videos and Friday being The Sims videos. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will hopefully see you guys on the next video. Bye!